Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is SYAFIQAH and I'll be presenting the introduction part. So, how does exactly a smart cooling bed relates to thermophysics? Well, for starters, you can look at the sketch drawing that my father drew for an example and an overall view of how we imagine our bed is going to look like. So, the first point stated that heat transfers, which is conduction and convection. Well, when you lie in bed, the heat from your body transfers to the surface, which means your bed. So, when you use our smart cooling bed, it helps in preventing that because there's gel infused layers, which helps in conduct or convect the heat from the body, which helps in maintaining the cool surface. So the second point is thermal equilibrium. Our smart cooling bed constantly monitors and adjusts the temperature so it doesn't overheat. The third point is the specific heat capacity. Because we use materials like gel-infused layers, it have a high level of specific high capacity. So it means that it can absorb a lot of heat without it changing the temperature drastically. The third point is thermostats and temperature sensors. So we know that thermostats monitors and adjust the temperature. So it has this range of numbers and it doesn't go over it or it doesn't go under it. So it just keep it nice and cool for you. So the last point is energy efficiency and thermodynamics. So it relates to the first law of thermodynamics, which is energy conservation. So this means that the energy used for cooling is not lost, but rather transferred or converted into a more effective energy. So let's look at the other slide.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is WARDAH and today I'll be presenting about what key need will you meet with our product. First thing first, bed is the most crucial thing that plays a big part to ensure a good sleep. So, a proper bed needs to be chosen wisely to make sure we get a high quality sleep in a comfortable condition. But, what is the key to a good bed? So, the first key to a good bed is you need to be comfortable. So, our bed is made from soft material so that when our client is lying on the mattress, they'll feel comfortable and no discomfort. Our bed is also light and well padded and made from the highest quality of material. It is also wide so that you don't feel stuffy and can lie comfortably without feeling. And it can adjust your body heat so that it will not be too cold or too warm. Under that, it is convenient. It is suitable for all people with all different conditions, which you can custom according to your condition. There is you can customize following if you're elderly or a baby or athlete or with a certain medical condition, you can custom it. And it is also available in all bed size to accommodate with our client bed frame. So, whose key needs specifically that we make this for? First thing first, it is made for workers. Sometimes these workers need to do overtime. So, a really good quality sleep they need to have so that they have energy at work and they can do their work at a maximum capacity. It is also suitable for everyone, all age, all conditions, including athletes, elderly, kids, and all people.
People often experience overheating during sleep, especially in hot and humid climates like Malaysia. According to a National Sleep Foundation survey, about 17% of people report that room temperature affects their sleep quality. In tropical regions, this problem is reported even more frequently. How often do people experience the problem? Almost every night. Malaysia is a tropical country, so we are no longer surprised by the hot temperatures. But many people experience overheating during sleep almost every night, especially if there is no air conditioning. Fans alone are not enough because the air is already hot and humid. Children and elderly. These groups are more sensitive to heat and often experience overheating very frequently, even in the slightest warm environments. When does people experience this problem? During heat wave or hot weather seasons, room temperature can stay high even at night. Second of all, during hormonal change or illness. Individuals going through menopause, fever or stress may sweat more at night regarding of room temperature. And lastly, poor mattress or bedding materials. Mattresses are made from foam or non-breathable materials retain body heat. Many mattresses retain heat, making the sleeping surface warm over time. This is not a small issue. It affects millions of people across tropical regions, impacting sleep, qualities, health, and daily life. A smart solution like the smart cooling bed has the potential to solve a widespread everyday problem. How big is the problem for customers? It affects millions of people. In hot and humid regions like Southeast Asia, Africa, and part of the Middle East, millions of people struggle to sleep comfortably at night due to heat. This is a daily problem for people living without air conditioning or in poorly ventilated homes. Second of all, it causes poor sleep quality. Overheating at night leads to frequent waking, sweating, and restlessness. According to sleep experts, body temperature plays a major role in falling asleep and staying asleep. And lastly, its impact health and productivity. Poor sleep can cause fatigue, mood swing, poor concentration, and even long-term health issues like high blood pressure and weakened immunity. This affects students, workers, or anybody who needs energy for daily tasks. What will happen if this need is not met? Sleep problem continue. People will continue to struggle with poor sleep quality, waking up multiple times due to discomfort. This will lead to chronic tiredness and lack of energy during the day. Second, heart issue may develop. Long-term lack of quality sleep can cause weakened immunity system, stress, anxiety, and even heart-related problems. Night sweat and overheating can also worsen skin problems like rashes or acne. Third, to reduce productivity. Students may find it hard to concentrate in class. Workers may feel less focused or more irritable and make more mistakes due to poor rest. Lastly, higher energy consumption. Many people will continue to rely heavily on air conditioning, which increases electricity costs and contributes to carbon emission. This is not sustainable for the environment or low-income households.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is HARIZ and I will talk about what is our unique approach to meeting this need. First of all, we got phase change material, PCM. This material absorbs excess heat when you are too warm and release heat if you are too cool, maintaining a stable sleeping temperature. Other than that, we got smart sensor and AI. The sensor can detect our skin temperature, condition, and sleep pattern. It also can adjust our temperature. Last but not least, we have zone cooling. Different part of bed can be warm or cool. It is useful for couple with different needs. Okay, now I will talk about our solution to customers' problem. First of all, we can saving energy and money. This is because by using this bed, we can prevent using AC during night. It can reduce our monthly bill greatly. Other than that, it can supporting productivity and health. What I mean by that is good sleep can lead to a concentration during work and we can focus and keep our body healthy and strong.
Alright, so for the technical side, there are a few things we need to sort out if we really want to make the cooling pad work properly. First off, the cooling system itself, we might use something like water cooling with a gel pad. But the problem is, if you use water, we need to make sure it doesn't leak or get too cold. That part is very tricky. Also, we probably need some parts that are high quality, maybe from other countries, so we can't just use cheap materials. Things like temperature sensor or maybe the cooling unit itself might be expensive or hard to get. Another thing is making sure the bed still feels comfortable. If the tight inside makes the bed hard or weird to sleep on, then it kinda defeats the purpose. So we have to find a way to keep it soft while still making it work. So just to wrap everything up, our product is the smart cooling bed. And the main goal is to help people sleep better, especially those who struggle with heat at night. We look at the real needs in the market, like for elderly people, pregnant women, or anyone who live in hot weather. Not sleeping well can lead to health problems, so it's an actual issue that needs solving. Our team approach is to use smart technology to make the bed cool automatically in a way that's safe, quiet, and comfortable. We also thought about what makes our idea difference, like how we can design it better than what already out there. Of course, there are a few challenges to work on, like choosing the right material and making sure it all works smoothly. But overall, we think the smart cooling bed has real potential, and with proper development, it could really make a difference.